Good afternoon everyone. I thought I'd film another little update on the VR 3.4. I've had some good success and some not so good success. It'd be the latest. As you can tell, blew off an intake hose because I've been doing a little bit of experimentation with a MAF sensor wired back in. Now, long story short, having trouble with the DSG while you get off the throttle, it sort of doesn't jump out of gear. It disengages the clutch, and then when you put your foot down again, it doesn't re-engage it out of this coasting mode or something it seems to be entering, and that is leading to, you know, the engine will just rev up and you go nowhere. And the only way you can get it to re-engage is to change gears. So I've talked to a bunch of people, and they've all said the problem is the ECU is not knowing how to do the torque management for the engine, which does make sense because the engine's completely different now. So I didn't want to have to do it, but I'm doing it. Changing the ECU out for a ECU Master bub capable, what it's called, the one that does the DSG and all that sort of thing. And unfortunately that means bye-bye Haltech, because this thing is running so good. Well, at least it was before I started blowing off intake hoses. Interestingly, how that happened, I was driving down the road and it disengaged, and it revved up, got off the throttle slammed shut, turbo was making boost because it had just been free rev to 7, and then throttle slammed shut, blows off hose. Of course, I've got no blow-off valve on this at the moment. Not sure if I'm going to need a diverter valve or blow-off valve, whatever you guys like to call them. But anyway, is what it is, and the ECU Master plug and play deal is going to solve a bunch of problems. But the other part of the issue was I did the DSG calibration as part of all the troubleshooting, and while doing that, the DSG flywheel made a horrible noise, and now it has a vibration at idle, and it's DSG flywheel replacement time. So the whole lot's coming out in a couple of weeks when my new flywheel arrives, and while I'm at it, I'll paint the intake plenum and tidy a few things up, make it a little tidier. But what you can see is I've done a bunch of heat shielding, and this is working pretty well to keep under bonnet temps down. It's a turbo beanie for a XR6 turbo, which is designed for this turbo with that wastegate adapter and everything off the back. It's a beautiful little setup, and did a little bit of a chopping of the OEM heat shielding there, and that seems to have done the trick. So the whole lot's coming out, new DSG flywheel, new ECU, put it all back together again. So that'll be a couple of weeks, all going according to plan. Anyway, that's it for now. Cheers.